are going to be continuing the main, I repeat, main storyline quests. Maybe some of the other ones as well, but for the moment, we're going to focus on main storyline. So, for those who may or may not have been here last, we have now we've progressed our character somewhat, so we're now level 16 Arcanist and level 16 Rogue. And I'm finding that bouncing between the two has been really nice. It helps, mix up the gameplay just that little bit. Between, rain, the slower feeling ranged and magic DPS versus the more, in your face, direct hand-to-hand style combat of, well, I say hand-to-hand, but, melee DPS combat. So it has been nice. But now, without further ado, let's go to Feign and Stroke. And sure. What am I on both of these? Yep. You know what? All other quests can wait into. So what I want to try and do tonight, before I while the stream's up and running, is I want to try and get. I'll move that map up a bit as well, so it's some of my head's not covering it. But the goal for today is to actually, yeah, that helps as well. So the goal for today is to try and get to the other city-states. That is main goal number 1. Now, Warada's Guild. That's not mine. There it is. There we go. Really wrong about such matters. Alright. I'll marshal the Yellowjackets for battle immediately. Yep. So what this part of the story usually is the culmination of whatever specific ill that has been happening within this one area. So Uldar will have a different thing. Gridania will have a different thing, and LIMSA will have its trouble. But ultimately, it'll follow each of these 3, starting points. They'll follow the same story beats, which is good, because I mean, different themes, different characters, and all that's all good. But what it means is one thing that's been nice is that it doesn't feel like I've missed out on anything now. So when you're playing, where am I supposed to go there? Swift Perch. You know what? We've got like over 5. We got nearly 6k gil. We might as well just teleport. Let's see here. No. Now, I'll be interested to see what level they expect for us, because this is a level 14 quest, right? Let's see what level they expect us to go in as. 18. And we're level 16. You know what? We'll be fine. We shall be fine. There she goes. There she goes again. And attacked. Yeah, so if I was to try and marry up the story beats compared to, I guess, the Uldar based version, this would be the equivalent of us having to retrieve the crown from those who stopped. Retrieve the crown and retrieve whatever was stolen. Well, these guys are just looking for a bad time in general, so yeah. But hopefully what it means is that we'll get to the airship pretty soon and start exploring the rest of the city-states. What that also means is that I should be able to drop the word Redux, because everything we're doing here is sort of playing catch up to what we're doing with the storyline. So, yeah. Conjure of some sort somewhere. See, what I like to do with these is, because we've got NPCs on our side as well, I like to take a couple of them down just to make sure I'm freeing up the NPCs. Yep, he's probably the big one, so let's deal with these. Let's get the map out of the way for a bit. You're out. There we go. See, this way we've got a good number of the NPCs doing damage against the big bad. And there's our summon from the void. They can deal with him. I say they can deal with him. I can deal with the void. With the void send. Get away. Yeah. Now. That is why I've got. Boom. There we go. See, that's the thing. We dealt with him. We dealt with the void sense while the NPCs dealt with the guy leading the charge, so we were able to actually knock them off at about the same time. Guess who's back? Back in black. Sound the meaning creature of the abyss, blah blah blah. See, it also with the, I guess, the Eldanian version of this, it'll be Thancred who would join in at some point. So my expectation, it'll be your souls. Your souls? God damn it. Yeah, your souls are back in Demony. I can't even think of a name at the moment. I know it's yeah, based on processing. But we'll get help, is what I'm saying. I would have expected more than just sword slashing. There you go. Y'shtola has arrived to give us a hand. And because she's white mage, she'll do stone, and she'll also keep me up and going as well, which is good. Encourage him away from that spot. I was hoping to encourage him away so that way. No, she's actually not getting hit by the blizzard too, so that's fine. I kicked you. Ta-da! Ta-da-da-da-da! Ooh. That the wisdom of the Paragon should be brought by mere mortals. Yep. So, again, this is when the concept of the Ascians come into play. And the Ascians will be a big part of what's happening going forward. Now we get the this brings closure to, I guess, the tutorial story, more or less. It wraps up this particular issue that's been plaguing the region, which in this case is kidnapping. It wraps up the loading stages are now confined into the one region. Yep, introduces us to the concept of the Scions as well. So yeah, I'm glad that it's following the story bits as it is. Oh, what's this? I have just had a flood of hoss come in and get auto-banned by the bot. Nice. do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, so that's done. Corralled. Yep. So I think what we'll do is that before Marauders Guild, there we go. So what we'll do is that I'll get the main story to the point where I'll be able to hop on the airship. But before I do that, I'll wrap up the level 15. Excuse me. I'll wrap up the level 15 story quests, side story quests for the two classes I'm playing. Then up. So it's like, oh yep, this happened, that happened. Oh my god, that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Oh yeah, there'll probably be some sort of, thank you thing going on as well, so this might be it. Lucisvin. Oof.
So, this is the adventurer I've been reading about in the field reports. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of LIMSALOMINSA. On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day. A token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard without just reward, after all?
Damn straight.
Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Badaron and Commodore Raynor have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits. Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet. A seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the man who foiled the Sahagin.
Oh. A seat at the feast.
Oh, and don't be late. Your fellow guests will be eager to take the measure of their newest hero, and some do not take kindly to being kept waiting. Till then, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
Alright, so... Piercing resistance. Wait. Since when was piercing resistance What? I do not remember a single point where piercing resistance was a thing. Nani? I mean, I'll take the second ring, don't get me wrong, but Nanny? There's like, oh, yep, do the thing, go to the thing, be the thing. Yeah, no. I don't want to leave this world. To the Johnny Wrench. How close is that? Oh, I might as well just walk it. Might even run it a little bit. Oh, that's probably why those weren't kicking off when trying to do keyboard. Right. While I'm doing my little run, I'm going to go to hotbar number 3. And do shift 1, shift 2, shift 3, shift 4, shift 5, and shift 6. I said shift 6. Fly. No! Skipper. Still making me do busy work. Put up. Do 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 do. Boom. 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 Hello. Hello. Yep. Click passage, the package, and then head back. It's like I'm meant to be going to some sort of banquet. Why are you making me do busy work and running all over the place? Sheesh. Now I gotta wait. Ah, so instead of wearing special earrings, I'm wearing special shoes. Now I've leveled up. Nice. So they're gonna make me wear dress shoes. Okay. That's fair. That is more than fair. What I will do, though, is now that I've got that 17, I'm gonna flick to the Arcanist and wear the special shoes. Because I might as well grab that. I might as well grab that experience as Arcanist. It's like, yep. Let's go to the thing. Head downstairs. Yeah, they better be bloody fancy shoes.
Brothers and sisters of the sea,
No, I don't like the sound of
join
that.
me now in honoring this man
Like,
for his
my character might
services
have
to our
smiles on his face,
great
but I certainly
nation.
like the look of that, sound of that.
May the navigator guide and protect him on his journey, till sea swallows all. These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan.
Seaman.
From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Oh my bloody god, I forgot how bad her voice was. Well, not her bad,
Such an extraordinary
different.
glow. This is one of the
Why does it
crystals
look
of
like I have a
light.
pot belly when wearing that?
By the Navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal.
Me and 23 million other players.
You bathed in her light.
Yashtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as
we
once
come
did
from
the
land down under,
deeds
thank you very
of
much.
the Warriors of Light.
Hey Kakashi,
Know you the tale?
how is it going?
Like you,
I am
they were
going
not of
pretty
these
well.
lands, yet they fought to protect
but-
us all against the corruption of the primals. When the Garlean
Shut up, Mel.
Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean Alliance.
Okay, we're gonna pause there. Okay, hello, hi, how you going?
And at
I'm
the
going
Battle
well,
of
thank you very
Cartano,
much.
they took the
Oh,
field
God.
beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them.
So, just to give you a quick recap, between the last time I did some streaming of the main story
Every
quest on
soul
this
who
character,
survived that battle
and
will
now
never
we're
forget
pretty much
how
in
it was
line.
to
We're
fight
almost in
beside
line
them.
with where we were.
We are proud to call them our comrades.
When I was doing New Game Plus on my main character. So, yay!
Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that
I
crystal
will admit,
safe.
though, I do prefer, like, as a
In time,
leader of nations,
I believe the
I
Mother
do
Crystal
prefer,
will make clear her
Moen-
reasons for
Merid?
bestowing it upon you.
That name just...
Heed
no.
well her
I
words,
do prefer her
adventurer.
as leader. She speaks
For
more
it is
plainly
Hydaelyn
and
herself who
more
speaks.
directly, which I do like. It's not the pomp and circumstance of Uldar. It doesn't have the mystique of what we see with what's her name from New Gridania, or Gridania or the Black Shroud. So out of the three nation states, or the city states, I should say, she's my favorite. And I'm pretty sure I'm not sure if you were here when we saw this last bit, but I'm gonna that this...
Flames to the fore!
Four sons. What about the whole daughters?
Victory belongs to the bold.
Now, I'm
Show
gonna
those
have this
imperial
playthrough
war
as
sons
quickly as
what we're
possible.
made of.
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though
Yes.
it costs them their lives.
So this is referring back to the
The
Calamity
yellow
itself,
serpents
which
are in need of
this,
succor.
this is like the battle between
Pray,
the
send
Eorzean
the white
Alliance
wolves
and
to their aid.
The
The
Gallian
adventurers
Empire
risk
that happened
life and
while the
limb
Calamity
for
was
our
happening.
cause.
So this was the
We
climax
must not
to
fail
the
them.
end of the original Final Fantasy XIV. But what we're seeing here, I believe, is stuff that wasn't actually depicted in 1.0. So this is all like additional stuff.
Is Artemis?
So if you were a player of 1.0
No,
and then you
it is
stepped into
nothing.
this will then provide additional story, additional context. As someone who didn't play 1.0,
Bloody
or
hells!
should, didn't play 1.0, didn't play 1.0 to the end.
The barrier
This-
won't go down so easily.
This is
Eyes
beginning
forward.
to provide the groundwork to explain what happened in 1.0. So it serves a dual purpose depending on who's playing it, and I think this is where it's a really interesting take.
We are being watched.
Now I'm gonna. No, you know what? I'm just gonna let it play out. Snake.
Raging Bull calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond!
Oh, you missed it. So before
Respond, damn you!
had a. I'll just let it play out. I'll let it play out.
Ah!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. Gods preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
Now that, if I remember, was actually written
God
because
damn
of
it!
this particular
We
voice
cannot
actor
hold
and
much
because he was in the
longer.
Metal Gear Solid series. So they deliberately try to squeeze that like.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me!
Let me see if I can actually. Let me see if
Damn
I can
it.
actually
Damn it all to
Fine.
the seventh
who the voice
hell!
actor was.
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity
Miller.
appears to be disrupting our communications.
Let's see here.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir!
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers
Never
fight bravely,
mind.
but to no avail.
Maybe I
Let them
looks like I
withdraw,
was
and let
misinformed.
us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back,
Huh,
effective
if I was-
immediately. Give the
I know a bit
foreign
about
levy
anime, though.
priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Yeah, I'll paste in. There was a reason
Damn it.
why that they put
Relay
him
the
as,
order. All
like,
flames
there
are
was
to
some reason why
withdraw.
that particular line was in there.
I don't care if our link
and
cells
it's
are
gonna drive me
useless.
crazy as to why.
You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louisoix. To your positions.
Okay, never mind. Anyway,
Kasbamul, Sogini Muese Donzul. Logalo, Asawad Daken Bet Mubut.
okay. As you can kind of tell, I'm kind of
Kiskat Toga Hads
ha 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 ha.
Sees Nigen. Fizdun
As you
the
can
only
kind of tell,
Lamra
like,
Sadan
probably because I just watched this part, but like just watched that cutscene like less than a week ago. I'm particularly rambled by watching it again. Like, don't get me wrong, it has a lot of content in there, but it's like, I just don't want to deal with it. Yeah. What I'll do is, like, once I get past these cutscenes, if you like Akashi, I'll give you a, like, once I'm out of here, yeah, once I'm out of here, yeah, I know, he has done a fair bit of stuff. Now, see, because, you know, the whole, like, snake thing, that's kind of like, that is definitely Metal Gear Solid reference. And I thought that was also, you know, them trying to leverage, like, a voice actor thing. But by the looks of it, I think they were just making the reference in general. And that feels somewhat worse. Because, I mean, if they at least had the voice actor, I can go, okay, they got the voice actor, they're playing into it. But no, they just got a voice actor to try and recreate that. Like, try and they just try to brute force the snake thing. It's like, oh, for God's sakes. And this is, I'm not going to say this is, like, the level of quality for the game. This, like, you know, A Realm Reborn, it was known for having some interesting and sometimes, like, a bit off the mark story beats at moments, or, like, just little things like that. So, yeah. Anyway, just to quickly bring you up to speed, you know, I'm just about done with doing things within the confined single city space. I've now got my rogue to level 17, the Arcanist is level 16. The goal between now and probably when Hime starts, roughly, I'm going to, you know, get to the point where I can board the airship. I'm not going to hop onto the airship, and then I'm going to do the level 15. I'm going to do the level. Character that. Get these. Oh, I only got the one. Interesting. Over the rails. I might have actually already done the one for the rogue, so I'm gonna get this one knocked out of the way. That way, and I'll probably get this, like, get these couple of, like, this one knocked out of it, which will knock that out of the way as well. That way, then I can go, right, everything up to level 15 in terms of, like, the really important stuff is done and dusted. I can put this away and go, right, the the redux, and then hop onto the airship. And if time permits, hop onto the airship. That way, then I can say, right, this redux is done, and then I can start doing like day 3 and beyond as like new content. I'm not like just retreading over the stuff that I did on the New Game Plus. So anyway, to the command room, which means I need to go. Where's the lift? There's the lift. Da-da-da-da. Also, as well, you missed my starting soon screen. So, like, you know, it's like it's not a good starting soon screen, but once I get through this, I'll quickly play it for you. Okay, that's going to probably be covered. There we go. More experience. Wind up. Yeah. Yep. So this is when she gives you the task of going to the other city-states. Yeah, and also. Alright, I could probably slow this text down because I'm not trying, because you know, see the thing with the text speed is the text speed will not go faster than the actual voice lines, but if you're in a text only mode, then yeah, it, as you saw, it would just go pew, pew, pew. But you know, it's a thing. Yeah, trouble. Yep. See, and this is the thing I like, is that from a story standpoint, like it's an MMO, but this is very much still a Final Fantasy game. You start off small, you start having smaller impact, you know, like you have little impacts that and it does, you know, grow and escalate. Just like any other Final Fantasy game, JRPG, that type of thing. It still carries through those story beats, which is really nice. And the fact that I can, like, this whole like introductory thing, I don't have to deal with people, which is nice. Like, I haven't done a single dungeon yet. I haven't done a single, where is he? He's going to be upstairs, I bet. So, there. Anyway, let me quickly flick over, and I'll show you what I did for the starting soon screen. It's providing that everything is working as intended. So, starting soon, and I just had this playing in the background, like just playing while I was getting things ready. And you know, this is a like over an hour-long video, so I can keep on coming back to this and just play it at different bits. Oh yeah, because you know, what I'm gonna do is let me flick back the game. So what I'll do is I'll dump the link in there, and this is like the stuff that I'm gonna. So that's wait, copy, paste. So you know what I'm gonna do is like I'm not gonna have like a countdown for the timer. I'm gonna do more of a is I'll put like an ETA, like an estimated time. That way then I can, you know, say, hey, I can go live, have some music, some comfy music playing, and then have some comfy music playing, and then start, you know, start prepping for stream, but, you know, have some background music while I'm doing it. And anyone who joins along the way will also get that nice comfy background music. I like that the grim forest dwellers. It's like they're not grim. They're, how would I put them? They seek to be docile. Is probably the best way to put it. Yeah, talking about the primals. And that's the thing, like, so, you know, they've introduced the concept of the primals already, which is nice, because we'll be fighting primals, probably not tonight, but the next time I stream, we shall be dealing with primals. Sorry, just grabbing a drink. The primals. So the primals, wait, I could go with the meme. I could go with the meme and say the primals are a music band that play Final Fantasy music, Final Fantasy 14 music, made up of people who create the music for the game. So there's that, the primals. But in all seriousness, the primals are the likes of Titan, Ifrit, those type of things. So what I might do is, what time is it? 9:25. Okay, we've got time. So okay, we're at the point where we go onto the airship. So let's. I'm unable to open the map at this time. You know, open the map. Okay, so it's gonna. Oh, great! It's gonna force me to go to the airship. In that case, then, let's go to the airship. So it's like, you know, you are now the other. You are now the carrier of our message. No. Okay. Well, let me do it there. God damn it. Okay, game. Let's see if it lets me... Let's see if it lets me do it this way. Outboard. I wonder if I can do it. I swear, the game's gonna force me to do the airship scene just at this time. I am not gonna be a happy chappy. Now, where was outboard again? There's outboard. And I do have a letter that needs to be picked up. There we go. No, yeah, because I haven't unlocked those things yet. Fair enough. So, one of the things I picked up, like I bought a while ago now, was Cruise Chaser. Which is a MOG station, you know, pay IRL money for thing. Now, it's an item that allows me to, like, you know, it's a thing obviously I use and fly around in as a mount, but wait, is it not gonna let me, what's it in here? I think it's not gonna let me proceed with any other content until I get on that damn airship. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's outside. There we go. I'm happy. Okay, is that there? Now I'm trying to play all this by... It's like, why would you be standing outside? Stand when the thing, when your mission goals are inside the bloody town. God damn it. But yeah, so it looks like I'm gonna have to try and play this a little bit more by ear because it's not wanting. Okay, so let me do it for that one. It's not letting me do it for that one. Okay. Well, let me do it for that one. Okay. I think now that I'm outside of where I was, it's going to be a bit more respectful of my desire to use the map. I forgot how slow the Actually, I swear to God, Carbuncle, fine. If you want to take out that one, we'll take out that one. See, and also this is why the carbuncles were put into the blender and were converted to make into those sage sticks into lasers. There we go, that's better. Okay, so... there we go, yep. That's caught up. That is caught up and that makes me happy. Interacting. So, I'll make it down there. That's probably another thing as well. Now that I'm finished with the damn shoes, I can actually go back and have everything equipped nicely. That's better. So, currently, as an Arcanist, it's at level 16. As a Rogue, it's level 17. And this is a nice thing I like about... Now, what level... This is the thing I like about Final Fantasy XIV compared to World of Warcraft. While World of Warcraft sort of demands... Actually, before I kick that off, I might do this other thing. Well, World of Warcraft demands... It basically says, okay, when you create your character, that is your character, your class, and if you want to try a different class or a different gameplay style, you have to... create a new character, basically. While with Final Fantasy XIV, its logic is you're a living being, you can learn things, you can learn different things, so why wouldn't I be able to switch from A to B to C? So, you know, like it's... You know, it's like a normal thing. Anyway, initiate that. So, I've got this Levies of Aleport. So, a Levy quests, they're like little... Yeah, they're definitely the right call. You can still create old characters. Like, this is an old character. But it's an old character in a different server zone. So, while this is... well, you know, this character is on Elemental, which is a Japanese server cluster. My main is on Crystal, which is a North American server cluster. That is when the general concept of an alt, like an alternate character, makes more sense. Especially when you're going back, say, you know, 10 years, like, you know, up to 10 years now, roughly. Maybe 8 years if you count, like, when Reborn was released. But it makes sense when you're going back that far, and, you know, the concept of being able to take a character and just basically use them anywhere on any server cluster in the world just wasn't feasible. The technology wasn't there. But anyway, so this is a Levic quest. So basically these are, you know, in the overworld missions. You can get, you know, experience, gold, sometimes you get extra bits and pieces. It does and it doesn't. So where you create your character matters more definitely from a social standpoint. So if you're someone who like, for example, if you, Kakashi, wanted to join in with me, Hime, Ulysses, Kaza, etc., I would be highly recommending that you create it on the Crystal Data Center. Now, there's multiple worlds on the Crystal Data Center, but as long as you create it within that data center, then you're fine. Because that way, then, you know, you can visit like, once you progress through the story to about, I think it's like level 20 in the story, roughly, that's when you can start moving to worlds, or, you know, us with our mains who, you know, have at least a couple of classes at level 80. We can visit you, we can help you out, things like that. And also for North America is, you know, like the North American servers are the main English-speaking servers as well. With Elemental is in Japan, so it's primarily Japanese speaking. However, though, the game more or less doesn't care so much about that. You know, unless you get to like super endgame content and things like that. But, you know, you can play through the story. Like, I'm on a Japanese server, I'm playing in English, so I haven't had to deal with people, and I probably won't have to deal with people. Now, the reason why I've created the alt on here, on the Elemental Data Center cluster, or server cluster, is to eventually get this character to the point where I can use it as a endgame content with, you know, like, because Ayanya and Wolf, and there's a few other streamers who are on Elemental, and with the fact that data center travel is probably not going to happen until at least 6.1. Let's be realistic. So 6.0 being the Endwalker release happening in November. 6.1 will usually happen probably 2 or 3 months afterwards, roughly. I mean, who knows? But the reality is that data center travel, which is like the last big barrier between someone in North America being able to play with someone from, on North American data centers, being able to play between the different North American data centers, and say people in playing with people on Japanese data centers, that's the last big barrier. That has been delayed. That's been because of COVID. It's been delayed because of the semiconductor shortages, all those things. So, you know what? Let's wrap that up. Let's make my life difficult. So yeah, so there's all those things happening. It's an escort mission. I hate escort missions. Okay, / Right, so escort missions. Oh yeah, and it's been on the roadmap for quite a long time. What it ultimately is that, you know, circumstance. It's not like the developers were, you know, going out of their way to not have it happen. You know what? You're something that's going to attack me along the way, so let's deal with you now. But, you know, I will admit, it has been nice to create a new character, because it just kind of, you know, it feels like I'm able to just go through and play at a pace. Oh no, I opened the treasure chest. Whatever shall I do? Alright. Yeah, too far away. There we go. So, the lever quest that we're doing here is a escort mission. So what we've got to do is that we've got to, you know, run ahead, kill anything that's going to adversely attack, and then beckon. So there's a, like, you can't see because it's behind my character, but I am running like a / beckon while I'm, you know, both targeted on the NPC that I've got to bring through. Now, at some point, usually, there'll be enemy NPCs that will try to attack. Now, in this particular one, I haven't had it yet. Now, 58%. Now, I think this one, because this is a training level quest to introduce you to the concept. Oh, there we go. Abe. I swear to God, this carpunkel's gonna be the death of me. There we go. Now, if I die, I'm gonna blame the carbuncle. And Carby there can do all the damage while I try and keep myself alive, because I'm like, nah, I'll be right. I didn't expect the bloody carbuncle to bloody pull two mob creatures, like two mobs that are not part of the actual levy quest. The bastard. Oh, fuck you. I'm gonna have to try and at least get some dots on some damage over time on the bats as well, in between keeping myself alive. I mean, it's sort of working, but it's a pain in the ass because I have to do it. Let's see if I can actually get one damage in. Now, do I have any potions on me? Yes, I do. I'll use a potion as well. There we go. Okay, I've got some relief now. I can take them out. Like, one-on-one, it's fine. But it's because I went 3-on-1. It's because it became, like, instead of being like a 1-on-1, it became a 3-on-1. And this guy doesn't help you. Like, he's there just to, I'm not gonna say look pretty. He's just there to walk from A to B, and that's it. But it's good though, because at least I'm getting some experience. Fuck you. And fuck you. And fuck you, Carby. Right, let's bring you forward a bit. Now, before anything else like appears out of nowhere, I'm going to deal with this one-on-one. Yeah, it was good. Look, it's a light and fluffy anime, obviously. It, you know, did its little mini episodic thing that it does. It ended on Okay, it ended on a good note, but a bit like the 300 slimes, it just kind of like it feels like the type of thing that, you know, trying to end a season where it's really just like a series of short stories within this world just kind of goes, huh, it's now over. But no, it's definitely good. It's good for what it is. It ended well. I think Hime hinted at the next anime not being light and fluffy, so that'll be interesting to see when that crops up. Bastard. Make me escort you. Hope that answers your question. With drama. It's going to be Twitter drama, I bet. Alrighty, so I have finished this levy quest, which gives me experience, some money, gives me an item in this particular case as well, a little bit extra for completion bonus. Now, because of those mobs, I end up taking too long, so there's also a speed bonus, like a speed bonus as part of the completion bonus you can get. So it will go, oh, you finished it in this amount of time, you finished it this quickly, so boom. Now if I would have set this at the appropriate level that was suggested, then I probably could have lasted through a lot quicker, but what I was after was actually a bit more experience there. So yeah, it was a trade-off, but it works out. So I've got the EXP from that, and because this was like a side quest, I also get the EXP from doing this as a priority side quest. And those two actually give me enough experience to almost be level 17, which is nice. And I've still got the over the rails to finish, apparently. What time is it? 9:45. Cool. See, and the nice thing about leveling up these classes the way I'm doing it is it's actually keeping my character roughly in line with what the story would expect of me in the grand scheme of things. So if I was to have just done, you know what, I know this was 19, but I think I should be able to handle this. If I can handle that, if I can handle those mobs in a what was not meant to be a controlled scenario, I'm pretty sure I can handle things in a controlled scenario. Okay. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm not gonna finish that one in case copyright strikes. Because Lord knows, if you sing any Western song on stream for more than a couple of lines, they'll come at you. Oh. Well, that's disappointing. I'm on a little boat. Okay, here's a question for you, Kakashi, because how much delay is there between me hinting at, saying something that's happening on screen versus it actually happening on screen? Because I've noticed maybe a little bit, it's like I'm looking at OBS and going, okay, well there's the big boat and things like that. But then, so what I'll do is I'll say when I... Okay. So I'm fading to black, and I am now preparing to board the big... Yeah, I thought that was the case. I wonder if there's a way for me to delay that somehow. Like 8-9 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, there is that delay. I think that's the delay because of the way... Yeah, so there seems to be a delay because I've got the two computer set up, so there seems to be a delay between what I'm doing. So I've got my gaming rig. It's like I'm playing the game and I'm talking as I'm seeing it on my main screen with the game. Then it goes over to the streaming PC, which is what's doing the mic pickup, which is what's doing the OBS and doing the Vroid, like the Vroid stuff. Like right now, the battle's starting for me right now. But for you, there's possibly delay. Okay, so let's... Yeah, so I'm going to have a play around to see if I can reduce that delay between the the live stream, like my internal live stream, between what's happening on my gaming rig and what's happening on my, streaming rig. I won't mess with it now, though. But what it might mean is I might say something and then it's like, oh, it's a bit delayed. Like, like if I'm talking to something that's happening on screen, it might be a bit delayed in that regard. Anyway, so doing this battle here, doing what I need to do. The bastards. You're not supposed to heal, I'm the chief. Let's deal with that one. Because of this one, we've got to deal with the mob, like with these lower mobs, before we deal with him up there. But because it's now 4v1 on this one, it's pretty damn easy. Yep, and now he's like, I'm going to come down there and heal him. So let's free these two up from having to deal with... Let's free up these two NPCs so they can come up here. Ah, oh, I must learn to cure my... Fuck. Okay. The bastard. It's like, you're a fucking white mage. Heal yourself. Ah, duly noted. Duly fucking noted. The white mage doesn't know how to heal themselves. I'm gonna skip the cutscene because I can't be asked. And we've already seen it. Okay, so did they just climb over all that, like, it's not nothing. Whatever. Yeah, these particular NPCs are quite dumb. Like the ones that I'm fighting with. They're not moving out of the way of obvious AoEs. They're not healing themselves. They're just being dumb. But what it does mean is that instead of me trying to actually strategize properly, like, you know, trying to focus on my own stuff, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of that. And I know this white mage is a dumbass, so I've got to heal him up. Okay, I've leveled up, and the level carries through into this mission. So one of the things about these as well is that sometimes you might be in a dungeon or a trial or something, and you'll level up in it, but you don't actually get the benefits of that level up. You know what, I don't trust you either to get yourself healed up. This is bad. I don't trust you to stay alive, keep yourself alive, so I'm going to do everything, so I'm going to have to keep you alive as well. But yeah, so take notes on this one. If you're in a dungeon and you might be at a point where, you know, you get some EXP, you level up, yeah. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. The main way of picking up on that is, well, you see your experience bar and see that, because this will actually reflect your synced level. Also as well, and I'm going to go around and heal you all because you're all dumbasses. I am even going to heal your car bundle because you're car. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. See, and also they're meant to be a marauder. They're meant to actually, you know, like if this was human players, they'd be tanking them. They'd be tanking. Time for me to throw some dots on everyone. Get out of the way, heal you. Don't care if that's much about the carbuncle. Heal you up a bit. You are the one who caused me pain last time, so you're going to get 2 lots of healing. Because you're an idiot. Now I can focus on this guy. There we go. Done. Done and fucking dusted. Yeah, because of the bloody masterful display, because, you know, I kept you all alive. It's one of the bitch admiral's lapdogs. Oh. So she's having a panic attack because she's been disarmed. She's clearly dealing with a PTSD moment. You know, I can't help but feel sorry for her. Like, it's like the feel bad's a feel bad. Yep. Come on, let me. Fine, I'll do it that way. Let's go to the Arcanist Guild. Alrighty. Okay. So let's go to the Arcanist Guild. Let's wrap up this quest here. So this was the level 15. The next one will be available at level 20. Which... So you know. So, yeah. Okay. What do I want to go with? This is one of the things I dislike about this bit is it forces you to pick this, but this thing will replace your headgear as well. So I'm trying to assess what's going to be best to pick in terms of, you know, stat boost and things like that. Like I look at this and go, not worth it really, because I mean I get materia slots, but realistically, it's not worth putting materia on things at the moment. They're too lower level. This one, it raises the intelligence a little bit, raises the mind a little bit. This one's possibly worth it. This one, vitality up by 1, intelligence up by 2, mind up by 2, critical hit. So this one here does give you a decent stats boost, but I don't have a point of reference for comparing this and this when this replaces the headgear as well. That's why, you know what, I'll decline. Okay, so 2 vitality, so that's the same. Intelligence would go up by 1, mind would be either the same or up by 1, direct hit. I think it had something else other than direct hit. But let me skip the cutscene. Mind. It does work out to be better, just. And that's the thing. It's just better. That's it. Let's see here. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try and see if I can fix that up quickly. This bit is. So let me mess with this slightly. So I'm gonna change this a little bit because here's the thing, I can see the delay on my end, so it's not a, you know, Twitch thing, it's a me internal thing. So let's see how this goes now that I've changed the settings, so this is going to be blank a little bit, but once it decides to reconnect, come on, reconnect. Reconnect your stupid thing. And I might just try and force it to. Let's see here. I might just have to reset this a little bit. Please stand by. Okay, yep, Eternals. Of course, OBS is going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, so that's back up and running there. Apparently there's a remind me later tools up here, server start. So that should be outputting there, which should mean that it should start picking up here in a moment. Yep, okay, so that's starting to output, which is good. That's starting to output there. Anyway, let's see here. Jump. Jump. That seems a lot better to me. How's that seem to you? And I'll do a test. 3, 2, 1, jump. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, so one of the things I had set is what was called like the network buffer. So I had set the network buffer up to be as big as possible. So basically what it would do is it would buffer the stream between the gaming machine and the streaming PC. And I had that set to the maximum. So what I've done is I've actually decreased that to less than half. So instead of being set to 16 megabytes, so what it would do is it would bring up 16 megabytes worth of stuff and jump across. It would just do, like I think I'll go down to 6 now. So that's a lot better. Anyway, I just saw that Hime is starting stream, so I'm gonna raid over that way. So we shall jump over there because, yeah. What I will do as well is that I'll get myself ready for Crystal Data Center. So I'll raid you over and shall see you in Hime stream. Thank you for joining me, Kakashi. It's been good. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, all that bullshit. And see you over there. Boy. Raid channel. Day. Raid. Start raid. 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are